Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are back again with Mushoku Tensei season 2. Today we are watching episode 20. Last time, you guys, things were ridiculous. Things escalated so quickly. We got to the bottom of the labyrinth, the 6th floor. We saw that, you know, they had to fight a Hydra to save Zenith. Paul ended up sacrificing his life to not only save Zenith but to save Rudy as well. He kicked Rudy out of the way. One thing I didn't understand was why Rudy froze. He's like, wait, something's not right, or something like that, and he froze. And I said it last episode and I'll say it again. I wish Ghislaine or Ruijerd were there. I feel like they would have been good. Paul obviously wouldn't have died, because obviously if there are two people that could do what Paul was doing, and Paul before said that Ghislaine was stronger than him, so if Ghislaine was there, then I feel like Paul wouldn't have died. I think Paul would have been okay, because obviously he was going crazy, and if Ghislaine is stronger than him, she would have cooked up like that too. So unfortunately, Paul ends up dying. He gets split in half. That was ridiculous. And he smiled in the end because he saw that he managed to save his wife and his son. It was very, very unfortunate, you guys. But, you know, it was a noble sacrifice by Paul. Zenith cracks out of the crystal. We take her back. She doesn't, you know, obviously we break the news to Lilia and them. And Rudy just was, obviously, for obvious reasons, he was very, very sad. And he just in his room locked up. And it's understandable, you know. So 4 days later, Lilia says, you know, Zenith is not waking up. Maybe she'll never wake up. And then right as she says it, Zenith ends up waking up. But then the crazy thing is, when they try to talk to her, it seems that she can't talk, right? She can't talk. And what's crazier is that, to me, right, I may be wrong, but it seems like she has lost her intelligence. What I mean by that is, like, she's not understanding what they're doing. Or like what they're talking about, and like that's why she can't speak either. She's like a newborn, you know what I mean? That's what it seems like. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they'll elaborate on it. Maybe it's not like that. Maybe she's just lost her voice. I'm not sure. But this sucks, you know. Obviously Rudy just lost his dad, and then, you know, it sucks, you guys. One thing that sucks is, like, yeah, Paul sacrificed himself and he wanted to save his wife so bad that he did save her, but at the same time they didn't really save her, you know, like because what Zenith used to be is like, doesn't seem like it. I mean, maybe it might come back. I don't know. I was saying, right, I saw a comment, I read a comment, I replied to it, that because as I was reading the comment, it came to me was something interesting, how Elise was like, I knew a girl that went through a similar experience and she's not dead. Maybe the girl that went through the similar experience that Elise knows, maybe she got cured, or maybe she got her intelligence and her voice back, and maybe Zenith will be able to do the same. I'm not really too sure. Well, I guess we'll find out if Elise decides to tell us. I really hope we manage to fix her. I feel bad for Rudy, and I feel bad for Norn a lot, because obviously Norn was so attached to her dad, and when Rudy goes back and tells her, yo, I'm sorry, like, you know, he's not coming with us, he passed away and stuff like that, and then obviously when she sees her mom like that, it sucks, you know. And it's even worse to see that whenever this teleport incident happened, that was the last time that Paul and Zenith were together, or they spoke, which sucks, you know. At least Paul got to see Zenith before he died, but it still sucks, you know. I'm sure he would have liked to talk to her and stuff, but he managed to save his son and his wife. He died a hero, and, you know, I saluted him last time, and I'll salute him again. Paul, you're a good man. You went out like a badass. But you guys, I'm excited to get into this episode. I want to see what happens. I hope we get more information. It's titled Let's Go Home. So I'm assuming that we're going to make the journey back. It's going to be probably similar to what happened when they were getting here. And it's obviously going to be a very, very sad journey back, because obviously the situations with Paul and Zenith. But I wonder what happens, you know. Maybe I feel like this is, I said it last episode, but I feel like this time ROXY will be able to like help Rudy get through it. Maybe talk to him, maybe, you know, just let him vent and stuff like that. Maybe Rudy will cry and she'll comfort him and stuff like that, because we know that Rudy looks like at ROXY as like a she's obviously his mentor, but he respects her a lot. He looks up to her and stuff, you know. So hopefully ROXY does that. Hopefully Elise manages to help, because we know she's good at reading the situation too. But you guys, if you guys enjoy it, consider leaving a like, commenting. If you're new here, you guys consider subscribing. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below. My full uncut and early reactions are available on my Patreon. The link will be in the description, as well as the pinned comment down below. Feel free to check that out. And you guys, without further ado, let's get right on into Mushoku Tensei season 2 episode 23. Oh, whoa. Oh, damn. Yes. Of course. You know, another thing, sorry, I'm pausing here. It just came to me. The reason I was saying that Roxy might be able to help him because we know Roxy likes Rudy, right? And at this point, I'm like all but sure that, you know, Rudy is going to take her as his wife as well. And I find it very, very interesting, you guys, is like, you know, last time when he was going through something, Sophie helped him, and then this time around, hopefully Roxy will. Wow, they passed away before. Oh man, don't say it. I love Rudy's character, man. Holy shit. For his arm. It makes me both happy and sad that Rudy is realizing this, you know? Oh, look who it is. I knew it. Her voice is so cute. Damn, poor guy. Naturally. He's trying, you know? He's trying. Roxy, I see what you're trying to do. Aww. She's so adorable. Oh man. Hmm.
私もブエナ村で一緒に暮らしていた時のことはよく覚えています。私にとって一番幸せな時期だったかもしれません。
Yeah, you're reminding him is crazy, bro. But I get it. I get what she's trying to do.
冒険者をしていると身近な人が死ぬことは珍しいことではありません。
When you go adventuring, people close to you die will sometimes die.
辛さはわかります。
師匠は父さんも母さんも元気じゃないですか。
そうですね。
A few years.
最後に会ったのは数年前ですが、どちらも元気。
やり直した気になって、うまくやれている気になって。でも大切な部分からは目を背けていたことに。
This is difficult to watch, bro. I can't lie. I get, bro.
変われたと思っていた。でも結局何も変わっていなかったんだ。
あなたたちが私に家族の
Yeah, and you were watching them late at night or listening to them do it. I didn't forget about that. Second fan.
第二の家族です。だからあなたと悲しみを分かち合いたいんです。私は小さくて至らない師匠ですが、
Oh, don't say that.
よりも長く生きている分だけ感情です。持たれてくださっても構いません。辛いことでも二人で分ければきっと薄くなります。
Oh man, Roxy. Good wife Roxy, bro. I like that. I'm gonna just call her that. Whoa. Roxy? Roxy! This is how we're feeling! Can I upload this? Yo, Roxy. Wow. Poor Sophie, bro. Aw, Roxy's cute. Well, damn, bro. Real. Wow, holy. I was like, damn, bro. I didn't tell her about my wife and kid. Aw, Roxy.
少しは気が晴れましたか?
Oh man, Roxy, damn, this like wow.
僕はこれからどうすればいいでしょうか。
今目の前にいる家族を大事にするしかないでしょう。パウロさんだって。
Yeah, bro. Remember the two swords, bro? Think about that.
みんな待っていますから。
ありがとうございました。
はい。
You
see the symbolism where she has look, his face is like lit up, and she has like her face is bright. It's like the light. Oh man, I love. Oh man, hello, Helen Elise.
ロキシー、あなた。
ルディ、申し訳ありませんが、私はエリナ・リー
That's
ゼさんと
crazy.
話があるので、リーリャさんのところには一人で行ってください。
すみません。母さんの世話を押し付けてしまって。
いいえ、これが私の仕事です。
ということは、記憶を失っているだけで。
Okay, okay, yeah. So, well, yeah, it makes
テラ
sense.
さんの見立てでは、魔力結晶に閉じ込められたこと
Magical
による
impairment.
魔
Wow.
力的な
Get
弊
up.
害だろうと。
What's one of the girls?
治るんでしょうか。
エリナ・リーゼ様の話による
Hmm.
と、無理とのことです。
Whoa, it's a lost cause? I thought Ellen Elise would be our answer, but
私は奥様にはよくしていただきました。旦那様がお亡くなりになった以上、私は奥様の
Lilia, you're a
面
good
倒を見
woman.
ます。少しだけ失礼なでしょうか。
はい。
Go to
あな
hell.
たは自分のやるべきことをなさい。
やるべきことですか。
旦那様もそうおっしゃるでしょう。奥様のお世話は私がすべきことです。
Damn. Hopefully he takes like Lilia and Zenith with him.
帰りましょう。
Yes,
家
sir.
族のところへ。
Aw, man. What did Roxy and Ellen Elise talk about, I wonder? Where are they all gonna live? Aw, man. Roxy. Best girl Roxy, bro. My boy just got 2 W wives. Look at the goated grandma. He lost his arm. I wonder if he'll ever get his arm back.
師匠。
どうしました、ルディ？
I have a wife and a kid on the way.
俺はロキシーが大好きだ。
Damn. It's like that.
多少ベクトルの違う好きだ
Sophie,
が
but I couldn't.
どっちがと
Okay.
聞かれても
Like
答え
Paul
られる
kind. I mean,
ルフィにミサオを立てると誓った。
you've already
それを
gone.
裏切るわ
I
けにはい
mean,
かない
how, bro? You've already gone down that path, bro. The faith is already like you can't be faithful once you've already cheated, bro.
そ
So
うですね。実は俺、もう結婚していて、もうすぐ子供も生まれるんです。
he probably knows.
だから、あまり恋人みたいな感じは。
Does she know? She doesn't seem so shocked.
申し訳ないんですけど。
Oh man.
知っています。
Yeah, you see, I
パ
knew.
ウロさんが亡くなってみんなでルディを心配しているとき、エリナ・リーゼさんから聞きま
You
したが、
see?
ルディが気に病むことはありません。
Oh man, Rudy, you
私は
better marry
ルデ
her,
ィが弱
bro.
っているところに
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say, but that's not how it is.
本来なら私みたいなのを相手にしてくれないのは分かっています。
Crazy.
そんなことを。
ルディはあちらに戻ったら奥さんを大事にしてあげてください。
Turn that wife into wives, brother.
せめて何か恩返しをさせてくれませんか。
恩返しですか？
はい。俺にできることなら何でもします。
Roxy, demand a marriage
じ
right
ゃあ
now.
その言い訳を聞いてもらってもいいですか？私、一目惚れだったんですよ。
誰にですか。
You, brother. Aw.
ルディにです。迷宮で助けてもらった
Aw,
時
man.
俺に。
Aw,
この
man.
場面では私でなくてもドキッとしてしまいますよ。
This is so
思って
wholesome.
いたんです。エリナ・リーゼさんやギースさんもルディなら自力で立ち直るって言ってました。けど、ブエナ村で暮らしていた頃を
Yeah, you
思い
see,
出して
she got it. She got it. Yo, she gets it. Yo, bro, I know he's gonna fold in me.
もちろんルディには愛する人がいるって聞きましたし、きっとルディが落ち込んでもその人が立ち直らせてくれるん
Hey,
でしょう。
I see a confession on Rudy's part coming in.
その人は今ここにいないじゃないで
That's
す
what
か。
I was saying last episode too.
誰かが助けてあげないとってそう思うじゃないですか。だって仕方ないじゃないですか。
Aw.
好きなんですもん。
Aw. Roxy. Rudy, bro.
ひどいですよ。あんまりですよ。
の間だけでも。
それでどうするんだ。何の
Bro, just marry her, bro. There's nothing faithful in what you're
ロ
doing.
キシーのためにも。
Aw.
やめてください。そういうのは。
I get that it's not right away though. I like that, but I feel like he's gonna think back to what Paul told him with the two swords, and he's gonna be like, wait, that's what he's talking about? And whoa, we're already back. I feel like, you know what I feel like will happen? I'm gonna make a prediction. I feel like obviously since we're already back here, we're gonna make it back home in this episode. Or maybe this might happen in the next episode too, but I feel like Sophie will be a big influence in like Rudy marrying Roxy as well, because she will find out that Roxy helped him through something, and she'll be like, you know what, like if she loves you and she's there for you, like, and like you cheated something when I couldn't be there. Granted, obviously it's not Sophie's fault, but Sophie I feel like will realize, because you know, here's the thing. I'll just say what I was gonna say earlier. I'll say it right now. The thing about Rudy is, the one thing I find interesting about Rudy is like when he's down, he from what we've seen, right, he recovers, I guess, with like intimacy, I guess, you know. So what I mean by that is like when the whole situation with the heiress happened, Rudy was like down for years, you know, like he was down like horrendous, you know. Like life sucked for him, and then Sophie came around, and obviously they got intimate, and she helped him recover, you know, at least to some degree, and then he ended up marrying her. And then this situation when Paul ended up passing away and Zenith is basically a lost cause, Roxy helped him with the intimacy, and you know, that's like, he obviously, Rudy said after too that he loves Roxy, so I know he's gonna marry her, I'm sure. But like, I find that to be very, very interesting, because obviously there are a lot of people in the world. Everybody recovers and copes differently with different situations, and I like that the author chose this specific thing with Rudy doing that. Although I don't really agree with, you know, Roxy and Rudy doing the deed, because I feel bad for Sophie, but that's just because I'm like, you know, like, because you said you promised Sophie you'll be faithful and stuff like that. But that's not me hating on Rudy or Roxy, but like, that's just me saying, you know, I don't agree with that aspect, but like I hope I'm making sense. I'm sure that Sophie, once I hear Sophie being okay with it, if she is okay with it, then I'll you know, I'll be like, okay, I'm cool. But again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't like it. I like how they have the kind of like a blushing because it's cold. Oh, there it is. No wait, what is that even? What even is it? Marry Roxy. W. You know what she's trying to say, bro. Yo, Ellen Elise, the goat. Wow, like that. Aww. I can't either. Yes, Ellen Elise. I feel like Sophie will allow it. I understand this struggle that Rudy is going through, and I like that we're seeing this. Oh, they're so cute. Oh man. Hopefully you don't have Roxy acting like a concubine, bro. Cook Ellen Elise. I love Ellen Elise for this, bro. Look at her playing matchmaker, bro. Yo, you trying to be my second wife? Oh man, this would be difficult for anybody. Yes, I've heard. Oh, bro, just say it. Just out with it, bro. Bro, Rudy, I get it though. It's difficult for him to say it.
聞いています
You gotta say it,
も
bro.
ういい
Fuck it, bro.
後にな
Just
って
say it.
話しておけばというぐらいな
Yeah,
ら
yeah, bro. Don't
俺は
regret
返
it.
して
Just say it, Rudy. Just say it.
師匠もロキシー・グレイラットに名前を変える
Cook.
つもりはありませんか
That's how you ask her to marry you?
愛しています
Damn. Whoa. Roxy. Oh, okay. I thought she got upset. Oh, man, she's so adorable. I love Roxy so much.
とてもありがたいですでも奥さんの了承は取らなくてもいいんですか
取らなきゃいけないです
So we'll go ask her together. Watch. Why don't we ask her together?
その後でもう一度聞かせてください
Damn. Okay, okay.
はい
Rudy, bro, you better run home right now. Fuck it. Ellen Elise could guide everybody back. Run home and ask Sophie. Yo, so I met this girl, right? My master, I told you about her? Yeah, we kind of did the deed. Can I marry her too? Crazy, bro.
なんだ同じじゃん
Oh, okay, so next episode. That's nice. So you guys, that was Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 23, I think? 23, yes, correct. So, a nice little episode, you guys. Rudy obviously was, of course, naturally. He was very, very upset. He was sad. He was depressed. Roxy came in, tried to comfort him. It didn't really work out because Roxy tried to relate to him, but Rudy was like, you can't really relate to me. Like, you can't act like you relate to me when you don't. And I understand that. Sophie obviously was trying her best. I don't blame her either, but it's a difficult, you know, when you're trying to comfort somebody, especially when like their loved one passes away, it's really difficult to do it because, you know, when somebody goes through a breakup, yeah, you can be like, you know, things will get better, you'll do fine, this and that. But when somebody passes away, it's difficult to comfort somebody, you know. You obviously you can't try to relate to them if you don't, and just like Roxy here. And so Roxy's only idea that she has is to sleep with Rudy. And I covered this earlier, I was talking about it, but the thing I about Rudy is like he's a character that heals and copes through intimacy, from what I can gather. I may be wrong, you know, obviously, but I'm not perfect, but that's what I gathered. Because when the whole situation with freaking Ares happened, I was talking about it earlier. When the situation with Ares happened, he was he was moping, he was depressed for years until he ran into Sophie. And, you know, obviously we saw him joking around with friends and stuff, but he wasn't healed. You know, obviously he had an issue, he had ED, which obviously is a serious thing. You know, I've seen a lot of people laugh at him about it, you know, and although it is fiction, this is something that's obviously real. So that's something that's like, that needs to be acknowledged as a real problem. And I'm glad that the author had covered these things, you know, so that it actually shows that people actually go through this, which is true. So, you know, Sophie helped him with that. And then now that Paul passed away, Roxy said it too. She's like, you know, I'm sure if your wife was here, Sophie, she would help you through it, but she wasn't. Like, what else could I do? And this also goes to show one other thing that I like a lot is that oftentimes you don't really know how to comfort somebody, right? Aside from intimacy. And a lot of people might say that it's shallow, but again, when you have characters like Rudy and people like that exist too, people that cope and heal and, you know, deal with situations through intimacy, it makes sense. You know, it makes sense when you try to relate them as characters to real people. So I totally understand why Roxy did what she did. And then Roxy told him, like, listen, like, I know you're married and stuff like that, like, I'll leave you alone. And obviously you know, she doesn't want to because she loves him. She flat out just told him that she loves him. And then Rudy also said before that he loves her as well. This episode was nice because we were seeing Rudy's internal struggle and his conflict about, you know, him trying. One thing I found funny was that he's like, well, I promised Sophie I'll be faithful to her, so I can't do anything with Roxy, even though he already did. But you know, it's stuff like that makes sense. Like, but I do feel bad for Sophie because obviously she got cheated on, but I'm sure Sophie will come around. You know, and like Rudy trying to be like, yeah, I want to be with both of them, but at the same time, like, what if I ask them and they both leave me and stuff like that? And then Ellen Elise was like, yo, Ellen Elise flat out just told him, like, oh, you don't believe in Millis? The people that believe in Millis are only allowed to have one wife, and, you know, since you don't believe in it, marry Roxy. You know what I mean? And I like Ellen Elise for that. I don't know how I would feel about that if this was something that was, you know, in the real world. Even Ellen Elise was like, this is not something that I would want happen to me, because she was like, oh, you know, I'm not a believer in that, but now that I'm on the receiving end, I feel happy. So obviously that's her implying that she wouldn't want Cliff to take on another wife. But you know, he says, Rudy goes and says, yo, what if like none of them agree? And she's like, yo, you know what, go ask Roxy right now. And one other thing Ellen Elise said was like, I can't see Roxy like this. And then we cut to Roxy tearing up and stuff. Obviously she's in love with Rudy and all that. So he asked, you know, at first he's trying to beat around the bush, and I understand that. One thing about that is so funny is like when you're trying to ask somebody for something, oftentimes, and I can relate to this, obviously not to this level, you know, but when you are trying to ask somebody a question, you're trying to beat around the bush and this and that, just to buy time to like prepare yourself to let it out. But I'm glad Rudy let it out. He did it in an unconventional way, but because he's like, oh, would you like to change your last name as well, which is cute, you know. But Roxy at first like, huh? And then she's like, wait, this guy's asking me to marry him and stuff. And then she's like, yo, listen, go talk to your wife about it, and if she gives you approval, talk to me. And I'm sure Sylphie will. Next time we're gonna get home, and then he's gonna sit Sylphie down. We're probably gonna do it towards like the middle to the end of the episode, because I feel like at first we're gonna have to break the news to Aisha and Norn about what happened, and then Sylphie's gonna try to comfort Rudy and stuff like that, and then they're gonna find out. I feel bad for Norn, bro. Her dad is gone, her mom's like that. Holy moly. I hope Lilia stays with them too. That'd be kind of cool. And you know, I feel like towards the end of the episode, Rudy will probably ask Sylphie, and Sylphie will be like, wait, what? And then it might end there, or she might agree, and then last episode, unless the next episode is the last episode of the season, I'm not sure. It might be, because season 1 had 24 episodes, and then there was the Eris special. I really hope we see Eris. I hope we get a glimpse of her at, like, you know, at the end or something like that. I want to see her so bad. But you know, now speaking of Eris though, now that we have Roxy joining the harem, I can see Eris doing that as well. I'm sure Eris will, whenever he meets Eris, I don't think Rudy is just gonna be like, nah, you know what, I got 2 women, I don't want you. Because Eris, like, this guy was down, he was moping for years because of Eris, you know. So I feel like that's something, like, you can't forget those years. And I feel like when he eventually runs into her, we know they're gonna run into each other, and then they're gonna have to have a heart-to-heart. They're gonna have to talk, and Eris is gonna have to tell him what happened and stuff like that. And I feel like he's gonna think back to Rudius's words, or Rugert's words, where he was like, yeah, Eris doesn't hate you, you know, she's always been bad with words and stuff like that. And he'll see she's trying to, you know, she's trying to put in effort, and maybe he'll come around. I'm sure he will. But you guys, this was a fun little episode. I enjoyed it. But if you guys enjoyed, consider leaving a like, commenting. If you're new here, you guys, consider subscribing. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below. My full uncut and early reactions are available on my Patreon. The link will be in the description, as well as a pinned comment down below. Feel free to check that out. And you guys, as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.